Vale, entonces ahora vamos a la siguiente. Vamos a repetir una historia. Yo que ya lo tengo hecho. Vamos a hacer a Bárbara. Vale.
Growing up,
Como vemos, la joven
I always thought
Bárbara
of
era una
Barbara as a
estrella.
child star.
Y la estrella infantil. Su muñeca y sus cositas.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Sus libros. Obras de teatro, etcétera, etcétera. Y aquí tenemos el altar. Bárbara. Nació en el 44 y murió en el 60, en 1960. Entonces, esto es un claro homenaje a Historias de la Cripta. ¿Vale? Pues vamos a empezar.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised
Aquí en la historia de Bárbara hay un logro también para el platino. Ahora cuando llegue el logro lo explico.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Vale, aquí tenemos el logro, ¿vale? Es un logro muy bobo. Lo vais a entender ahora mismo.
And imagine the worst.
Vale. El logro, simple y llanamente, es que hay que limpiar la mesa. Hay que tirarlo todo. La mesa tiene que quedar en blanco. No tiene que haber nada. Ni estos barrotes. ¿Vale? O sea, ni las bolas de billar. Las bolas de billar se van a ir ahora mismo a por el culo. Espérate. Las puedo adaptar. ¿Ves? Ahí va una. Voy a dejarla limpia. Limpia, 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 limpia. Ahí. Punta más. Mírate. Oh. ¿Ves? En esto consistiría el logro. Dejar la mesa completamente limpia. Nada más.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then
No
ate his
hacemos.
family 10 years ago tonight.
It rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Un inciso, la habitación de Walter es donde se empieza el juego, ¿vale? Es la única que no está sellada. Por eso, que la habitación de Walter es la única en la que se inicia el juego, porque es la que te lleva directamente a la de Molly. Es la única que no está sellada.
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door in years, the hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. The bookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Vale, pues esta parte ya la tenemos. Bárbara falleció, a ver, quiero entender que falleció porque asaltaron la casa y aunque la historia, a ver, es un cómic, es exagerada, es tal, te da a entender esto, ¿sabes? Te da a entender que de lo que murió, para que me entendáis. Fue asesinada, fue asaltada, fue lo
I
que tú
guess
quieras
now I
que yo
know
te
why
diga.
Mom didn't like me playing
Entonces
with the
ahora
music
iría aquí por
box.
aquí. Supongo que ahora sé porque a mi madre no le gustaba que jugara con la caja de música. Entonces esto te lo dice. Te lo indica. Sales de aquí. Tiras por aquí. Aviso, hay un logro aquí, ¿vale? Tenéis que mirar por todas las cerraduras. Ejemplo, esto.
Barbara
Y
was a child
esperar
star
a
for
que,
2 years,
a que Edith
until
suelte
America
la
grew out of
coletilla.
it.
En todas las cerraduras y en todos los agujeros. Todos. O sea, hasta el inicio cuando entras por la casa, en la valla hay un agujerito, en ese también hay que mirar. Ya que estoy, pues digo el esto. ¿Vale? Eso sería otro logro de los que hay que conseguir. Entonces, con esto, bajaríamos por aquí. Vendríamos para acá, que es donde está la caja de música. Y con esto entraríamos al sótano, que nos llevaría a la historia de Walter, el hermano de Bárbara.